It's week 1 of the 2025 season as we get set for a Super Bowl 21 rematch. It's the Broncos and the Giants, and it comes your way next.
It can hold over 82,000 fans, and every one of those seats is filled for this one, as our coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium. Well, Brock, we saw week 1 begin on Thursday night, so now 2 more teams get their season started here on Sunday. He's Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, and it is very important, partner, for both teams here that their seasons begin on a strong note.
Yeah, this is the week where I really can't take myself back to that locker room, to week 1 across the different seasons. And whether it was high school or college or pro, it was the same feeling. Right? It was Hope Springs.
It's one of the happiest moments for any football fan. A new season is officially underway. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
It's the dawn of a new season, Kate, with all the promise in the world ahead of he and his squad. And this is where all that off-season planning, the reps in camp, the sweat, the blood, the tears come into play. And you really don't want to stumble out the gate. You want to be the horse who jumps to the front right away and let everybody try to chase you down.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Throwing with a blitz on the way. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. Nix from the gun. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the man he was after. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Throwing here, Nix. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll throw again, Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And no doubt he wants to get his season started with a good one here. Pulled in at the 20. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Well, not what you like to see. Still just in the opening quarter of the season. And they have an injured player out there. Let's hope it's nothing major as he gets looked at. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll run it with Devin Singletary. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Tackle made there by Derek Nottie. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 34. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play, and it's good enough for a New York first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down throw by Jones. He locates Daniel Bellinger. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
Give to Singletary from the gun. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Pick up a 5 on that play, and the Giants will have a first down. Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Bronk. It's a new set of downs at the 27. Jones on first down. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. They motion the slot man right. Wideout's getting involved in the ground game. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's first and goal. Motion man right is Slayton. Here's Singletary. Jukes out a one-stop. And he takes this down close, up to the 3. It's a pickup of 5, and that brings up second and goal. Singletary. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Give him 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for third down. Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first.
Encroachment defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still third down.
From a bit closer now, another look at third and goal. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. And they will score! Touchdown, New York! The Giants have a great first drive and get the game's first points. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do, but to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Marvin Mims now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Denver offense taking the field for their second drive. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punt, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their second drive. They're out and set, first and 10. Now Nix. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And now they face second down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Caught, this is Greg Dulcich. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Encroachment defense.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of third down, they're now defending first and 10. First and 10 for him now, following the penalty. Shotgun snap to Nix. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. Now after the play, looks like we have somebody banged up. What we hope is it's nothing major. Don't want to see a serious injury less than a quarter into the season. Now Nick's on third down. Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football! And it's picked out by the Giants! Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they got to be looking to one another. Hold each other.
So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. Throwing on first down, Nix. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so second down coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Into the hands of Elijah Moore. He's got to gain a 6 there. Brought to a halt by Deonte Banks. Well, not what you like to see. Still just in the opening quarter of the season. And they have an injured player out there. Let's hope it's nothing major as he gets looked at. Shotgun now on third down. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
They'll start the drive with Singletary. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Play fake, Jones. And that's going to be batted away, incomplete, so pretty ho-hum way to wrap up our first quarter. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They go play fake with Jones. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
The Broncos running their offense out once again. They left a few on the table their last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try that missed the mark. Nix with it on first. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. So second down coming up. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Tyler Nubin with the tackle. 5 men in the secondary for the G-men now, ahead of third down. Nix. Into the hands of Dulcich. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Now after the play, looks like we have somebody banged up. What we hope is it's nothing major. Don't want to see a serious injury less than a quarter into the season. On first down, they'll run. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Well, not what you like to see. Still just in the opening quarter of the season. And they have an injured player out there. Let's hope it's nothing major as he gets looked at. Back to the well again. Stiff arm success.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
And again, they stall him out at the line. He couldn't get it.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Their punter making his way out now. Back deep for the Giants, Tyrone Tracy. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And their goal is going to be doubling that 7-0 lead they have so far. On first down, it's Jones to throw. He finds Slayton. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
A second down run by Singletary. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there, and that's going to be a penalty.
Defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still first down.
So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty. From the shotgun, it's Jones. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
A give up the gut to Singletary. And he'll get it up to the 44. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
New York Giants. 1st and 10 at the 44.
They're going play action. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So that brings up 2nd down. Now an inside give to Singletary. Jukes one defender. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, a carry by Singletary. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They're moving it well, but now face a 3rd and short. They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. Defense holds yet again, and now it's 4th and a yard.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
They'll try it now with Singletary. Makes a man miss. Uh-oh, he's off. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. gets this to Johnson. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback. This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Jones now on third down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they're up against it here on fourth down. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. On the return, here's Mims. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Broncos offense all set to go. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Brock. It's 10-0 partway through here. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Dulcich hauls it in. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They've jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Pass complete to Dulcich. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Nix from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Giants and Devin Singletary back out on offense. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it'll be Giants football. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Working from the gun, here's Jones. That's to his running back, Devin Singletary. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Good for a New York Giant.
Jones now to throw. And oh, he drops it. He had all the space in the world. Brock, he got behind the defense, and he just looked away before he brought it in. A big missed opportunity. To throw again here on 2nd and 10. Jones made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this one gets out of bounds. It was pushing some distance towards the goal line, but gets out at the 5. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And coming off a 3 and out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. And he gets him around 6 there. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 11.
Throwing here, Nix. Pass taken in by Sutton. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
They strike for 23 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get it up to the 44.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Nix off the play action. Oh, he got way too much under that one. Too high, that's incomplete. Whistle sound as the defense decides to call timeout. Here's the give on 3rd and short. That's the 1st and more inside the 45. And he gets this all the way to the 31-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
1st down, Denver.
Nix looking to throw. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Estime can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on him. So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Estime with another carry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him a couple on the run, and they'll need the same here. 3rd and goal at the 2. Handoff now, running right. And he's in for the touchdown. The Broncos start to fight back with their first points of this game. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Lots there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
2nd and 13. He finds Johnson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Skips it short of his man. That brings up fourth down.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Broncos headed out. Jaleel McLaughlin headed out with him. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And the Broncos get set to take over. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on first. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
First down, and they go right back to him. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. First and 10 now from the 30. Man in motion, headed right. Here's a give on the jet sweep. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
And he's got 4 on the run. Man, that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And the Giants going nickel, third down coming. Shotgun snap to Nix. He's going to push one deep down the right. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So that brings up 4th and long.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain. Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Giants about to get to work on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Jones to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. Connects with Slayton. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Running back sent in motion. Jones on 1st down. Connects with Johnson. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just to...
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. This one falls incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
He throws a bullet deep to the right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that brings up 4th and long. The Giants are set to punt. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Broncos returning their offense and this running back to the field. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
To get home and hit and impact the quarterback at this level, well, typically you got to do what this defense is doing, and that's keeping an offense off balance. Change up your looks, rotate your personnel, throw in some wrinkles, and once again, go hit that quarterback.
That brings us to our first halftime of the new season. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip of the year around the NFL. We'll begin just outside Washington at Commanders Field in Landover, where you see the final score there. Jordan Love with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Jalen Tolbert, a touchdown catch in the victory. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. Darnell Mooney, a touchdown catch in the victory. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. So to begin the 3rd quarter, the New York offense returning to the field. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. 1st down throw by Jones. Fires right away, but incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
To throw, here's Jones. Completed over the middle. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Sent down by Cody Barton. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Jones. He has the first over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Again, Jones to the air. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. He's on the move. Now here he goes. And he slides to a stop after a great run, but still not quite enough for that first down. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. So after the play, some obvious concern from their sideline as they watch their quarterback out there in some pain. Training staff running out to check on him. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Gets this to Slayton. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Brandon Jones up for the stop. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on him. Slot man motioned over. Throwing now, off play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled, well, for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 3rd down.
The penalty makes it 3rd and 8 here. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. A throw left side finds Johnson. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic 1st down.
You hate to see this on 4th down for that defense, roughing the kicker, and now they've got a 1st inside the red zone. Running it after the penalty. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
That's into the hands of Singletary. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
3rd and long for him here. He brings it in. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding. Offense.
So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Broncos back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line.
Ball start.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's going to get up to about the 33, but no more. They push it forward for a yard. And that brings up 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
On now comes their punter. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Oh, he lost it on the hit! And they steal it back on the return. All the way, touchdown Denver! The Broncos grab the lead on their first series of the half. They have him back there because of the incredible things that he can do on punt returns, Brock, but this time he winds up giving the other side their incredible moment.
That's right. As a returner, you've got to field that ball clean first, and then second, keep it secure the rest of the way. There's 10 dudes on that other side. Heck, maybe even 11 if you got a punter who likes to hit. And their sole mission is to separate you from the ball at full speed. And if they're lucky, well, they're lucky they can return it back to the house for 6.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos take a 4-point lead. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Giants offense all set to get started. Their first drive of the new campaign netted a field goal. Now let's see if they can bump that up to a touchdown on drive number 2. And no luck there, and that throw falls to the ground. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Working from the gun, here's Jones. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Jones now to throw. Can't find anyone open. He's forced to throw it away.
Incomplete on the throw.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And now he's going to call for the fair catch and take it just beyond the 30. The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Plowing up the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Nix from the gun. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I'll tell you this, Kate, that's where you got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute, both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play call back.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And it'll be their football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Brandon Jones up for the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29.
Jones looking to throw. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On first down, this is Singletary. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game, the type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Third down, 1 yard to go. Jones. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up fourth down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this is the punt you want every time. It bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. So here comes the Bronco offense. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Now a give left side. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So the defense decides to decline the penalty. All right, here we go. Second down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. Third and just 2 to go. Another carry for him. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
They'll bring out the punter here. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Has it at the 37. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. He manages 13 on this punt return. And the Giants are going to like where they start out for this drive. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. They go play fake with Jones. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's on the move. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Taken in by Bellinger. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now they're whistling for a timeout here. Somebody's shaking up on the play. Not the way he wanted to begin his rookie season. Wow, let's hope it doesn't cost him much time. Here's first and 10 from the 34. It's Singletary off the option. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Into traffic, complete. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. To the line we go. They're set, first and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 22.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Second and 10 now, Jones. Hauled in left side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Here's Jones. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Listen, all he could do is make the kicks he's called out there to make. They need extra points from him, but for now, well, he's able to handle his 3rd field goal of the game and just inch them a little bit closer.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Denver set to take the field on offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Nick's now to throw. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. We've reached the end of 3 in our week 1 opener. It's the Broncos with the ball, trying to close out what would currently be a win. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down. Pressure coming for Nix. Dulcich hauls it in. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Finally some justice for the quarterbacks. They're so rarely protected in today's game, Brock. The refs saw roughing the passer, and his side gets a 1st down plus some yardage.
You take it down a notch, all right? You haven't been hit by the guys in this league. And you got to protect these poor, fragile quarterbacks. In this case, move the sticks as well.
Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. Nix dumps it off to his running back. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
In motion right is Mims. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. They give it to him again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the 1st game of the season. Training staff out to work on him. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. From the red zone now. McLaughlin's got it, complete. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot, 2nd down coming up.
And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Here's Nix to throw. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect.
You know, that's an example right there where you just simply got to be on the same page with each other and get both ends of the play right to execute. They want that one back.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal. Here's Lutz set to kick this away.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Pistol now for Jones. Connects with Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 44.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
The gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
From the shotgun, it's Jones. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Play fake, Jones. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Broncos will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
Back out runs their offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Complete beyond the marker. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Gain of 10.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still first down.
Well, talk about a golden opportunity at an immediate first down following that encroachment flag. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this one doesn't go far. Give him 3 on the gain, as that makes it 2nd and 2 for him. Option give here. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. Finding Reynolds. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
At the Giants' 21-yard line.
Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 2nd down.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Out of the gun, it's Nix. McLaughlin there to bring it in. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing air.
And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, partner, with the increased focus on receivers now in the ground game, the jet sweep, it's a weapon all 32 teams and coaches have to rely on for offense. And for the good ones, it can be a lucrative play to have ready, too.
Yeah, lucrative on the scoreboard, certainly, Kate. And don't forget about lucrative for the wallet, too. Next time his agent's at the negotiating table, he's going to be sure to bring plays up like that one and mention the value he could bring beyond the work of just catching the football.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos drive their lead to 11. Here's Lutz set to kick this away.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
He fields it from the 8. Returns looking good so far. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Now here comes the New York offense. They gave one away on their first drive of the season. Now it's time to get one back with a touchdown on drive number 2. On first down, it's Jones to throw. Escapes the pocket. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. Offense up to the line fast.
2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down.
Brandon Jones on the coverage.
Working from the gun. Here's Jones. He has the first over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on him. 1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Operating from the gun. It's Jones. Connects with Slayton. And this one does not go far. Again, Jones to the air. Rolling left behind some. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Working quickly here.
It's now 3rd and 9.
That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And the Giants will have a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing here, Jones. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Down and 10.
Here's Jones. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
The Giants using their first timeout. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Working inside the red zone. This finds Singletary.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. And he drops it in the end zone. The look was there on third down, but instead it's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch. This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
And this one's covered by the Broncos hands team. Ooh, can't get it back on the onside kick. Can still get a final chance with a quick 3 and out, though, albeit not with a lot of time for them left to work with.
Yeah, Kate, unless they can force a miracle turnover, and we've seen that before, a 3 and out is really the only avenue remaining. Defense, go buckle it up.
This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. Their lead still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation.
That is all that you're thinking right now is just make these plays, run out this clock so we could take one more knee and celebrate.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes them back quite a ways. Running it now out of the gun. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Timeout called, and that's going to be the second for New York. Offense to the line for second down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from New York.